Let me show you one of the Christmas presents that came to our house this year. Here it is, the Hot Wheels Ultimate Garage. It's really good. I can show you. Now you can see there are loads of cars here. Do you ever get frustrated because you're looking for your favourite car? There's loads here, but you're looking for one in particular and you can't find it. In fact, this Ultimate Garage, when it did arrive in our house on Christmas Day, it came in a box and it was all in little pieces. Lots of bits of track and other bits, and this bit here was missing. And so we tried to put it together. But we discovered this one piece was missing, and without this one piece, pretty much the whole thing was useless. And so we had to pack it up, and a few days after Christmas, we had a new box sent to us, and inside was the missing piece. Today's parable is about these sheep. The parable of the lost sheep. A farmer had 99 sheep, but one was lost. As usual, Jesus was surrounded by a large group of people. Luke chapter 15 verses 1 and 2 says, "Tax collectors and sinners were all crowding around to listen to Jesus. So the Pharisees and the teachers of the law of Moses started grumbling. 'This man is friendly with sinners, he even eats with them.'" The religious leaders were complaining about Jesus. Why? Well, Jesus was, they thought, spending time with the wrong kind of people. But Jesus had a lesson for them. He told them a story. He said, "If any of you has 100 sheep and one of them gets lost, what will you do? If sheep wandered off from a flock, they'd be in danger. Away from the shepherd, they might get attacked by a wild animal." Jesus was saying, we're like sheep. All of us are inclined to wander away from doing the right thing. And just like sheep, we can end up in trouble. It's our sin that makes us lost. Jesus said, if any of you has 100 sheep and one of them gets lost, what will you do? Won't you leave the 99 in the field and go look for the lost sheep until you find it? The shepherd faced a long, tough trek looking for the sheep. There might have been bad weather and danger. It might have been dark. It would be difficult to reach the sheep if it got tangled up in a bush or if it slipped down a steep slope. If people like us are sheep, who do you think the shepherd is in this story? At another time, Jesus called himself the Good Shepherd. And he saves lost sheep even today. Like the shepherd in his story, Jesus suffered many things to rescue people like us who have got themselves into trouble because of their sin. He did this by dying on a cross. Jesus went on. He said, "Won't you leave the 99 in the field and go look for the lost sheep until you find it? And when you find it, you will be so glad that you will put it on your shoulder and carry it home. Then you will call in your friends and neighbours and say, 'Let's celebrate. I found my lost sheep.'" There was a happy ending to this story. Everyone loses things, and so we all know how happy we are when we find the thing we're looking for. There was a big celebration when this one sheep was found. Jesus was teaching people just how much God values each person. Jesus said, in the same way, there is more happiness in heaven because of one sinner who turns to God than over 99 good people who don't need to. Jesus gave his listeners a glimpse of heaven. God rejoices. He actually celebrates when a sinner comes to him and asks to have their sins forgiven. Does that make you feel happy and excited? People still behave like sheep and still need someone to come and rescue them. And thankfully, Jesus is still the Good Shepherd and longs to save people. Heaven still rejoices when boys and girls and grown-ups or anyone puts their trust in Jesus to save them.